What up, Lightfighters? Coming to you from the garage again. It is a beautiful Friday, February 23rd, and tomorrow I am attending Lightfighter Studies Group, one of the monthly events. This is going to be a live fire. We're shooting out at a new property out to 600 meters, so I'm pretty excited. Day and night fire. So I got the packing list pulled up, and I figured this would be as good a time as any to go through the packing list for Lightfighter Studies Group, show you guys what we bring to an event, kind of what you need to carry. Real quick, guys, mission drives the gear, so let me tell you exactly what we're going to be doing here, and I'm just going to read this right from the training tasks from LSFG's page here. Purpose: to increase mid-range 400 to 600, individual weapons proficiency, and maintain effective range 100 to 300 meters, individual weapons proficiency, and maintain field to craft skills at night. So the key training tasks, there's 3 of them. Live fire day, live fire night familiarization. Daytime is drills, night is familiarization drills. So a lot of people who haven't shot with through night vision goggles or with night vision and lasers or under thermals, we're all going to get used to doing that for the first time for a lot of the guys. And then finally, we're going to conduct a nighttime link-up patrol. It's a clandestine link-up. This is one of the mission essential tasks for Lightfighter Studies Group. So that basically means we step off in our patrolling gear at night at some time, and then we assume like a tactical scenario, LARP, if you have to call it that. But we simulate a scenario that we have to go link up with a friendly team under clandestine operations or surreptitiously of some sort. So that just expands the packing list to a little bit of patrolling gear, but not much because this is the same kind of gear that we shoot from every day. So let me bring on down to the packing list. Jackson is so thorough. All right, so field feeding. Lightfighters are bring their own rations. Water provided on site. Garbage is collective. What I'm bringing for food, guys, pretty simple, guys. It's going to be a 24-hour patrol or just, 12 hours in the field with a small patrol. The old Johnsonville beef and the trail mix. That'll keep you alive for 24 hours. That was some water. Is pretty much all you need to bring. Bivouacking is personal shelters and sleeping equipment. And it says we'll be admin camping in an AA assembly area. So that's going to be very low key. I'm just going to be bringing I don't know what I'm going to bring yet. Probably just sleeping on the ground with a wool blanket and a bivy bag. I'll show that here in a minute when we get that. That's actually in the back here. Medical, individual first aid kits. Everyone's supposed to have one of those on their rig. I do. And then the senior medic, me, I have a trauma panel, so I should be checking that, and that's actually right here. So it's a bit of a mess because I did a big no-no and I dug in here because my wife was sick, because I don't have any other SpO2 sensors, and I wanted to make sure she wasn't actually dying and she was just getting a cold. So I got my blood pressure cuff pulled, and I got my stethoscope pulled, and let me stuff that back in here real quick. Bear with me. Zip. And then I should do some final checks on this whole bag, and I'm not going to do it while I'm on camera. Oh, SpO2. But I will do it right before I load this all up. The seat collar's in there. Oh, I do know one thing I want in here. This is my fast stretcher, and then that looks good for now. So let's buckle this bad boy up. Oh, I want to flip my little first aid and headlamp under the inside so they stay in there. This thing's big, but I love it. Like your mother. Ooh. Sorry, I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, man. We'll find out. I didn't mention it. Makes a pretty good little package once you get it all together. All right, so check that off the list. Uniform, he says any kind, so I will just be wearing my Wrangler Riggs work pants, which I love. And then I've got the Costco brand insulated quarter zip. I've had this forever. Costco, I think it was like 11 bucks. Fucking awesome. I love this piece of clothing. Get you some, guys. Totally recommend Sam's Club and Costco for all of your tactical gear, guys. Doesn't need to come from one of those tactical places to be good stuff. And then this is the old field top I've had forever. It's ACU cut. Keeps a tourniquet in there. Keeps some ID pouches or patches on there. So, shit I've worn forever. Boots. Headgears, Moonier indoor helmet. I'm going to be wearing this sweet olive drab Adidas hat. Gloves and eye protection, ballistic and ear protection. I got that. So, here we go. Eyes, ears. Gloves are attached to my fighting rig here. Guys, I recommend having a good set of electronic ears. And then make sure you have backup batteries for them as well in case they die. Obviously, they'll still protect your ears without batteries. And then iPro, guys, I encourage you to have 2 sets because your buddy's gonna forget his. And also, a little iPro box here is a fantastic place to keep some foamies, some backup ear pro. And I also like to keep a lens cloth in here and then some anti-fog stuff. This is called Cat Crap. This is pretty good stuff. This is a brand new. It's a brand new thing. Doesn't smell like anything, by the way. And this is good anti-fog. Also lens cleaner. You can put it on your nods, your thermals, your MVDs, any of your equipment to just kind of clean your lens. So soft lens cloth in there, eye pro, a little bit of ear pro, all in this little guy, and it's ready to go. Next on the list, gloves. My gloves. I got a brand new set. Right in here. Gotta grab them from my EDC gear. Gloves. Other gloves. I don't know if I'm gonna need any of that. We'll get to it in a minute though. Alright, finally, we're down to some patrol equipment. Lightfighters will bring the following personal loads. Fighting order / assault load. So, combat rifle and 5 magazines, guys. Alright, meat and potatoes. Here is the combat rifle on safe and 5 magazines. I got some loaded mags back here. We're actually going to bring a chunk more. Just bring whatever I got loaded. And I think this is as good as time as any to show off this sweet paint job I did. I think it looks pretty nice. What do you think? Yeah, I hope that's focusing. I gotta see how my autofocus. Oh, dead center. So look at that. Came out pretty good. Rattle can, graffiti artist. Yeah, all right. So, combat rifle, 5 times magazines, 150 rounds of ball ammo, no steel core for this range. I haven't checked my stuff for that, but yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm also gonna bring my baby. I'm gonna bring my AR-10 as well because I do like shooting this thing quite a bit, and it is much nicer. This is an Armalite AR-10 Finesse ASS barrel. It's like top of the line in 2007. It was given to me by a good friend of mine, and this is a brand new PSA budget build. So a lot cheaper to shoot, but we'll be getting on it with both those. And then ammunition for the big boy. I keep bandoliered up here, so those are AR-10 mags, just trust me on that. All right, we got the guns, we got the ammo. Belt and a chest rig with an IFAK, 1-quart canteen, and personal NVDs and aiming lasers. Well, I'm shit out of luck on the personal NVDs this time. I just had to cancel my order with Armasight. And that makes me sad, but here shortly I will be picking one up again. At the moment I am sans night optics. I am a prey animal at night. All right, so personal fighting load, and I think all he requires in there is 1-quart canteen. So I got the canteen, I meet the requirement, and I can go ahead and carry all my ammo. So while I'm right here, let's go ahead and stuff these boys. Now I'm told these TTs hold 3. Hey, they hold 3. I thought they were doubles. Like no, they're triple ARs, double AR-10s. So I do love that about these bigger pouches. And I'd like to get some nicer ones than this because I like the Fastex buckle on top. I really like the OSOE Rallyman pouches, but they're almost impossible to find in green. So if I could ever find some of those, it'd be worth their weight in unobtainium. So ammo, I got my IFAK. That is, I showed that in another video, guys. I also have a piece of drag webbing in there in my IFAK. 1-quart canteen. I am Sans aiming devices. This pouch is just full of snacks and some empty extra stuff. Yeah. So assault pouch pack needs a wet weather top and bottom. All right, let's move on to that stuff. So, my wet weather top. Where to keep that shit? It's a poncho right here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Foldable poncho. It's 24 hours, so I don't see the need to bring a wet weather bottom. I never wear it. Another 1-quart canteen. I had that in my fighting eat and ration dinner. Boom. I have that there. And then finally, marching order, the approach and marching load. Rucksack, sleeping bag with a bivvy, warming layers as needed, another 2-quart canteen, and a basha or a hooch. All right, guys, here's my ruck. And I've been using this bad boy to train with basically every day. So let me clean the counter of this junk and set this over here. It's gonna go straight in the Pelican here shortly. That'll go in the patrol backpack. Actually, let's go through the patrol backpack real fast because there's a couple little things on here. This is, again, Tactical Tailor because I love that company. They make fantastic shit with a TT pouch, and then these are some Chinese admin pouches or GP pouches on the side. So this is just a great little bag, and I use it to hold just about everything. So I'm going to start loading this up on the bottom. My poncho, because I'm probably not going to need it. And then let's put some heavy stuff, the AR-10 ammo, and my spare AR-15 magazines. I like to leave the little teaser mag close to the gun. You never know. Gloves, we'll stick those in an exterior pouch because I'll need those probably right when we get on site. And then eyes and ears, won't be needing that until we're shooting. So I can go down here with the bullets. Food, you never know. So on the side, when you're gonna want a snack. You can tell that's about as much planning as I put into a lot of this packing. And then stolen out of there is a lot of extra stuff that I want to have on hand, that I usually have on hand. So we have, all right, this is just the minimum of equipment. Gosh, I carry a bunch of shit. All right. Battery setup, because I actually, down here, have a radio, a Baofeng, and a scanner that I'd like to run. So the scanner with additional batteries for it. I got a backup tactical light, a white tactical light with backup batteries for it, as well as backup batteries for the lights on my weapon mounted lights. I got camo face cream, lip cream, because when you're patrolling a lot, my lips get chapped. That's the only time it ever happens to me. There's a little signal mirror and a lighter in there, just kind of the emergencies. That'll just be like first aid and bathroom supplies. And then we got a filter and some liquid IVs and a straw. This hooks up to my source bladder, which is in that bag. So I'm gonna stow those. And then finally, this is just a little Maxpedition riding kit. And you can see I smashed it so good my red light was on. So I've got some riding utility in here just so you can ride. I actually hate using this thing. I kind of want to get rid of it, but I don't use it for much. I write always on a bigger pad. But the timer, because we'll be drilling each other. And then finally a Leatherman, a tool for working on other tools. That's going to go in there. So that's going to be added to that patrol pack as well. And then now we're going to go work on like our admin camping and our rucksack stuff, because this is all stuff I like to have with me. I'm going to have with me on patrol or at the range while we're doing movements. All right, let me go get that bivvy out of the back real quick. Oh. Guys, when it comes to sleeping gear, I have slept on all of it outside, and I am full circle back to closed cell foam pads. They are very light, they're very cheap, and they are pretty much failure resistant. They can get punctured, perforated, ripped in half. You can shred it into little bits. As long as you can, puzzle piece it back together, you can lay on it and sleep on this, and it'll keep you off the ground and keep you relatively warm. I am just so damn tired of finding myself having bad night's sleep on a deflated air mat. So I just do not bring any air mattresses to the field anymore. However, I do like this one air mattress product, this little Nemo pillow. This is a pillow. It's got an internal bladder, so you can kind of like halfway blow it up, and it's got foam. So I tell you what, having a good pillow to sleep on at night, chef's kiss. This is something, it's worth every penny. I actually have two of these, one for me and one for my wife. And when she doesn't come, I just bring them both because they're two of the best, most comfortable pillows ever. So pillow and sleeping pad is what you want to start with, guys. I use a wool blanket primarily because I think they're fantastic, but I have a couple other products here. Obviously, oh yeah, a climate pad. A climate pad. What's this? Oh, an inflatable climate pad. It's just, they're all trash. I'm sorry, climate. We've got a silken layer here. Oh, a Ranger roll. I don't want that. There is what we're after. The old combo of the bivy bag, USGI, smells like milsurp. Oh my gosh, I hope you can smell it on camera. I love that smell. And then the old Jungle Blanket XL. I think that's gonna be a killer combination. This is just a basically a commercial whoopee. A big poncho liner with no head in the middle. So I'm gonna pack those up into my ruck here. First I have to unpack my ruck and see what kind of crap I've got in there from winter camping though. So let's open this bad boy up. All right, dudes, let's unpack this rucksack. This is an Eberly. Oh man. This is an Eberly stock mainframe ruck with a, oh my god, with a Vapor 5000 bag on there, I believe, as well as a lid. And then I've got one of the little belt pouches on there. I like the pouch. It's kind of hard to reach when it's on the left side. I need to take this knife off though, because it's a pain in my side. Let's just go ahead and unpack this thing, and then we will repack it for my next adventure here. First things first, let's get my sleeping pad off. Let's get in this top thing. It wants to fall over right now because, of course, the very first thing I got in there, actually, here's what we'll do. We'll just lay it on down. And I can demonstrate the fantastic ability of it to load from the front here. So let's clear these main straps here and open this guy up. It's a little lumpy anyway. It's probably gonna be happy to breathe. So unloading this, guys, I've got a lot of the same stuff I talked about earlier. This is just a big snug pack jungle blanket. Smells fine. It's been dry, so it's in there. In here, this is Rations. This is rice and beans. I can hear it shaking in there. So that's the ration pack that I normally keep in there, just for everyday carry. So this thing is pretty much ready to go all the time. Also on top, feels like clothing, looks like clothing. Let's check, what do we have packed in our ruck? Yes, clothing. We got shorts, underwear, socks. Looks like some sleep gear or PT gear. Up top, oh, what do you know? It's a bivy bag. So basically exactly what I said I was gonna bring. Anyways, we already had in here and that, so just gotta find my pillow. Okay, there's the pillow. All right, so I was pretty much ready to go. Ground tarp, check, fantastic thing to have always. This is a little fire kit. I think I made a little video going over here. You could use a little plus up, leave that on the counter. Little flask. You could definitely use a little plus up. This is my titanium pot. Let's see what's in here. Ah, my coffee kit. All right. I'm gonna want some coffee. No, we're not gonna. I'm not gonna be dealing with coffee anymore. We're leaving in the morning, so no big deal. No worry about the coffee. Don't even need the pot. We'll probably do cold rats. Yeah, I'll bring the pot. Bring the pot. Put it here in the go pile. Here's what I don't want. Holy shit, let's get this out of here. The old slug. 20 pounds of steel plate. Let's put that over here at my workout equipment. That's gonna lighten my load right there. And then finally, feels like we've got steel tent stakes in here, which we do. See, those are aluminum. How fancy I am. Those are gonna stay. And then we've got, camp stove, camp towel. So both those stay. Stove there. And then this looks like a line kit and etc. Mending kit, some parachute bands, some tape, nylon, tubular nylon webbing, just your kind of essential ruck supplies. Staves. And then lastly, we have a nice little blanket, which is gonna stay. So we are actually, man, I had exactly what I needed in this rucksack. I'm just gonna literally repack everything that was in it. We're gonna fill up our water bags. So those have both been sitting for a while. So I'm trying out these are Hydro Pack 3-liter water bags. I did finally have a rupture with one of my platypuses, and I figured, hell, let's try something new. So I got these, and I have some awesome other cool equipment. What I got in addition to those were, if I can find it, there they are. I buried it. Ordered 2 on mistake. But we got 42 millimeter filter caps. These filter water quite quickly. So what I'm gonna be doing is figuring out, just gonna be dropping these in my gear. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Why not have 2 of them? Yeah, one can keep a label on it. And I'll put one in a small bag with the instructions. And I'll put the other one to use probably right away. Because I've noticed that after a little while sitting in there, this stuff starts tasting like a plastic bag. So I want to change out those waters. And then install these caps and get that in a nice little bag set up. And then I also got this hydration line by Source. So I'm pretty stoked on this because I've got a lot of Source equipment already. They make fantastic hydration bladders. Here, I'll go grab here's my patrol bag, my salt bag, if you will. And I don't really like drinking out of bladders, but they are very convenient when they are convenient when you need one. So I do keep this one on the back here, stuffed in the back of my Tactical Tailor Assault Pack, and it drops down in there. And what you'll notice is I usually drink it first so it's out of the way so it's flat so it doesn't risk breaking. But they've got these quick disconnects, and I can quick disconnect this tube, this line right here. And then with this kit that I bought, I can now screw into my Nalgene canteens with a straw cap, or I can screw into a regular bottle, my smart water bottle, which I have and carry, or I can hook into whatever this hooks into, a pool. I don't know what this hooks into. We'll figure it out. So the ability to drink out of just about anything I walk up to and screw into is going to be pretty nice. And then it gives you that quick disconnect fitting, and I've got a whole nother drinking line. So I can plug this one in and run this one on my backpack or this one on my belt line, or this can be a friend's. But now I can hook up to water bottles, or I can hook up to, this is for my hydro packs. So this screws into, these somehow. I hope one of these does. Nope, we'll figure it out. Can't drink out of the hydro packs. 42 millimeter adapter. Bummer. Well, my platypus is to work with. So that's another one. I have these platypus bags, and I might just go grab those. I like these a lot still. It's large. All right, the top flap of this Ruck here. You can see I placed my little somebody else's name and some cat eyes so people can follow whoever's bag this is around. And we have equipment for our stove, equipment for our hydro pack. Looks like some drinking equipment. This is going to be water purification again and more bougie energy drink. A lighter, a spoon, a can opener, all on a little lanyard there. It looks like I've thrown a bunch of shit. We got our field bathroom kit. Again, it's some Carmex for the lips, some Tiger Balm for the muscles, baby powder for the baby powdered parts, Prid drawing solve, and some bug spray for the bugs, I guess. Little hygiene kit. I got contacts, toothbrush, Hero wipes, little first aid kit with some OTC meds. There goes that zipper pull. Spare set of leather gloves. These are for camp tasks, guys. So working with sharp, pointy things, hot things, or wood. Those are what you want. And then lastly, guys, I've got just some fuel tabs in here. This will be for cooking dinner on my stove or starting fire. I'm just trying to use these up because I honestly am tired of carrying them around. I've had them forever. So thanks for bearing with me, guys. Stay sharp out there. I'm going to pack all this shit back up, and we are going to be ready for an event with Lightfighter Studies Group. All right, guys, so I have basically gotten all that crap packed up back in my rucksack. And as you can see, it looks like it's a bit 20 pounds lighter because I took that slug out of there. So the rucksack's all packed up with our camping equipment, basically. So what it is, administrative camping equipment. Be a lot of the similar stuff you took on a longer distance or longer duration patrol. Tracking backwards, we've got our assault pack loaded up. And I've got some junk just actually clipped on here extra. Also haven't decided what knife I want to carry yet. Two classics. We've got the old Glock knife, the second version with the field saw. I love this thing, it's indestructible. And then I've got this SE5, which is just fantastic. It's so thick and big and chunky, and it's great for batoning wood and stuff. So I don't know what knife I'm gonna carry yet. I'll probably end up taking them both and throwing them in a different bag. The assault pack's packed up. We got ammo, we got water, we have some food, we got some of our miscellaneous electronics in here, radio, stuff like that. And then moving on down to the fighting load, we're running this JJ's Chameleon ammunition, medical, water, some junk food in there, and then admin pouch with some markers, a timer, some other miscellaneous stuff, compass and gloves. So we are basically have all the stuff we are required to by the packing list. Of course, got our rifle, and we're going to be bringing a second one. The last thing I wanted to kind of discuss here today is like what I call team line equipment, if you will. Stuff that not everybody needs to bring, but you should have on your team. So it's stuff that I end up bringing oftentimes. So what I do with this stuff is I just find a big old bag and I throw it in there. So first thing I start with is an extra IFAK, guys. Ooh, it's windy outside today. Windy in the Midwest. First thing I start with is an extra IFAK. If someone forgets theirs or doesn't have one, well, they gotta have that. So it goes in the bag to share. The second set of stuff is just a good old laundry bag. in case we need to carry more stuff or just for laundry. It never hurts. I like to have some camouflage cloth for longer patrols in case we need to make a hide site. So this is just some camouflage cloth, and this is some camo netting scrim. If someone needs to camouflage a piece of equipment, I need to camouflage my equipment, my backpack, or add something to a helmet. We always have it there. I usually like to bring some repair equipment here. We've got tape, 100 mile per hour tape, 550 cord. This is good for just about everything. Throw it in there. Some extra tubular nylon webbing, a little camouflage veil, piece of cloth, you never know. And then guys, some signal equipment. Your signal equipment's only as good as your signal plan, and your signal plan will fall apart if people can't execute it. So guys, having signal equipment is good, but you need to have a set of it for yourself, and you need to make sure your buddy has a set of it. So what I carry is this old VS17 signal panel, and I don't carry the whole thing, but I do carry the whole thing in here, but we just cut little sections of it, and we can use this to make like field expedient signaling systems. You use this in combination with your tape and your 550 cord and a pack of Kim sticks right here, and you can make some, you can make buzz saws, you can make little foxtails, wolf's tail. I forget what my buddy called them. He said they had a name for the little things they make. But you can make all sorts of signal equipment, little things you throw in the air, whatever. Another signal panel. But also, Kim lights. Having a set of Kim lights are good. And then this is larger Kim lights. These are cool. These are just big old Kim lights. What we use these for mainly is we'll take two red ones or something, and we'll make a big cross. And then we'll tape these together, hang it in the air over our aid station. So if we are in any situation where casualties are expected, or we need to just mark medical stations for viewing for long durations or at nighttime, that is kind of the system we use. So these large Kim sticks are great. Just have them in a bag, ready at your assembly area. Now none of this stuff, guys, you're not taking it on a patrol with you. It's just stuff to use in your planning phase. So I pack a couple whistles for all the guys that forget to bring whistles. These are tacks. These are just hunter's tacks. I got a pack of reflective white and a pack of orange. These are good to stick into trees as a signaling system. And then also in conjunction with the tacks is engineering tape, just some signaling tape. I don't want to lose these tacks, so I'm going to drop them in this bag right here. Tacks and tape. Depending on your mission set, guys, any of this signal equipment just goes in your admin pouch right before you step off, goes in your front pocket, goes around your neck for the whistle. Here's an example of kind of like some of the things we make out of a signal panel, guys. This is a pre-made one. Some of the guys at Spiritus were talking about they make these and they just write an arrow on them, have a pre-made arrow. This is just a little signal panel used to expose this, and you can leave it behind or do anything with it. So just an example of the stuff you can make with this kit. Finally, I like to show these off because these are fantastic too. This is a small pouch of little tiny 1-inch Kim lights. These are small. You can get them online. They're probably from China. They're not very bright, and sometimes you just get some duds in there, but you get them in a pack of 100 or 50. And these are great for leaving little nighttime breadcrumb trails. If you leave them when it starts getting dusk by first light in the morning, they are very dim. They're almost only noticeable through night vision goggles, but they are definitely noticeable with night vision. At their brightest, they're pretty visible with your visible eye. Obviously, it's just a Kim stick. Here's another awesome little option for a signal kit and some signal equipment. These are little Phoenix infrared 9-volt strobe beacons. Okay, I've got two different styles here. Let me get a little closer and show them to you. So these guys, these just clip on the top of 9-volt batteries, and then they begin to make an infrared strobe. Obviously infrared light, you can see that with your night vision equipment. This style with the prong here is actually programmable in some manner. but I forget exactly how. You just use these like 2 little jumpers and jump it with a piece of metal. I think you can program in, either use its integrated flashing functions, or you can program in like your own flashing function. So these are very handy, very cool little items, and all you do to run these is just plug them onto the top of a 9-volt battery. And again, I just throw these in my signal gear, signal equipment, so we can, when we develop a signal plan, you know, we all have a lot of resources to execute on it. Piece of bag is good. These are just night eyes, basically replacement chem lights. They do 3 different colors, and they'll shuffle through them: red, green, blue, and they flash. So if you don't want to, if you're using a lot of chem sticks in training and you don't want to, these are rechargeable, and they just use a USB-C, or not USB-C, they use the micro USB, which kind of sucks. So actually I'm going to take these inside and make sure they're charged for the weekend, because I don't typically carry that charger. Another set of batteries never hurts to have for somebody that forgets theirs. And then, oh yes, last but not least, a little bit of extra water never hurts. So, boom, I just bag all this stuff up. I said we were gonna grab some other stuff. Oh, let me show you one other cool thing, because a lot of this stuff is already packaged up in my car. Oh, what do you know? I got a bunch of old pyrotechnic flares. These are old safety distress flares. These are so old, I don't even know if these are gonna work, but we'll probably give them a bang. These are expired in 2010, but these are handheld versions. They're just a very bright little road flare, basically, is designed to be held in your hand. And these are aerial rocket flares, which are pretty cool. You just unscrew the bottom here, pull that ball, and whoosh, whoosh. Man, that would be a funny as shit video if I did it in my garage. But I'm not gonna do that to mine YouTube content. I'm thinking about doing it to mine YouTube content. All right, so aerial flares and handheld flares into the bag. Last but not least is a good little toolkit. It's good to have in here. I got one over here in my car, and I keep it with my car pull-out kit. Last but not least, tools, guys. Tools are always handy to have, so you don't want to be the guy without tools. I don't keep too much in here. This is just a real basic, not even like a whole car cool kit, but just some standard stuff. It looks like I got a Milwaukee blade there, a couple sets of bits with a bit driver, a couple little socket driver bits, some razor blades, some tape, a marker, couple sets of Cobra wrenches, regular adjustable wrench, 2 markers, a set of drivers, and it looks like a Milwaukee Fast Black with a serrated blade in there. So just a little bit of, and there's a driver extension. Just a little bit of tools, guys, to work on stuff. This stays in my recovery kit a lot that goes in my car. So this is just some stuff to have with you. I'm not going to bother putting this in my team gear because it is good to just have in my car. All right, guys, so that is pretty much just some team line equipment. Other things I like to carry is some stuff to write with. A notepad, a clipboard is handy, especially if you're doing any leadership activities so you can write stuff down. Having that clipboard so you can stand and write ends up being invaluable. And then those little write in the reins that are this big, you'll find that if you actually have to do anything, get the bigger one, man, because having a little pad to write on is, when you actually got to compose something, it really, really helps. It makes it so much less of a pain in the ass. So this is Team Line Equipment, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me and seeing all the shit I bring with me just for a one-day event. It only gets worse from here. Stay sharp, guys. Rock on.